My husband and I moved from San Francisco to the Silicon Valley about 10 years ago, 11 years ago now. And when we moved down here, we really didn't know that much about the area. We were only moving from about 45 miles away. So how much different can it be? But in actuality, we could have been moving from a different state. Everything was different, and we didn't know about the little neighborhoods or the little areas or communities. We didn't have a sense of that. And so what I want to do is give you a sense of some of the little neighborhoods and communities and pockets that you can live in. The one we're going to visit today is called Palm Haven, and it is an unbelievable treasure right here in the heart of the Silicon Valley. Let's go see. The Palm Haven neighborhood is southwest of San Jose and directly south 1.2 miles from the Diridon station and from the proposed new downtown Google campus. This charming area is actually at the north end of Willow Glen and is walkable to the high street in Willow Glen, which is Lincoln Avenue. Palm Haven is essentially an early glamorous suburb of San Jose. The first homes were constructed in 1910, but the majority of the construction happened between the 20s and the 40s. Palm Haven is now a historic conservation area and is noted and recorded with the city of San Jose. This would be somewhat the equivalent of buildings that are grade listed in England. These homes are notable and will take special permission to renovate or refurbish. I am standing in what is officially Palm Haven Plaza. I would call it a park. They called it a plaza. So that's a very fancy word. I am standing where the palm trees come down in a line and then the park kind of fans out. Get it? Fan? Palm fan? Okay, so that was my punny joke. So the plaza is in a triangle shape, as you saw on the map from overhead. So it creates a beautiful symmetry where the palms are all in a straight line on either side and it's widening. It gives a real sense of grandeur. I'm going to try to capture that on film. So we have the line on this side and we have the line of palms on that side, towering above. They can be over 100 feet at this point. They're fully mature. And then the plaza has other kinds of trees as well, which really provides a nice contrast. We see these Mission Revival style concrete pillars that are marked around the neighborhood. They have planting urns and lanterns. They are at some of the entrances and some of the major intersections. At the outside, they mark the boundaries of the neighborhood. And on the inside, they offer an element of cohesion to this eclectic neighborhood. The developers were Eaton, Vestal, and Hirschbach. They built Palm Haven with wide parkways and planted Mexican fan palms and Canary Island date palms along the main boulevards. All of the original trees from the 1913 planting are now designated as heritage trees by the city of San Jose, and they represent the largest coordinated tree planting within the city limits. Here we are at the corner of Palm Haven and Plaza Drive. So we have the whole Triangle Park stretching before us. Culminating in this glorious house, kind of the capstone house. And then at the short side of the triangle, the top of the triangle, we have these streets that radiate off with the tall palms in either direction. And that way as well, you can see the tall palms going off in that direction as well. In addition, at the top of the park, there are trees not only planted on either side of the street, but also in the median. And the overall effect is absolutely extraordinary. Here at the top of the park, we are at the intersection of Palm Haven Ave running down to the park, and then Clintonia Ave. And Clintonia Ave is the cross street. Again, the palm trees fan out on either side in these orderly rows. And then the homes are all different, but generally built in about a 20 or 30 year time span. This salmon Mediterranean style beauty was built in 1930. And next door, this hip modern home is one of the youngest homes in Palm Haven, and it was built in 1955. So here we have a really good contrast. Here's a craftsman home that is quite large. If you look at the roof line, it either has very tall ceilings or in fact it has a second story. And then contrast that with this smaller home and this smaller home on the corner. We have a Spanish revival with the Spanish tile, and the blue one has been modernized. They have the falling stone clad on the outside, and they've modernized with an iron gate, and obviously there's a detached garage to the back. And at that intersection you can see how the trees go down that street to the right. And this street here in front of us is called Plaza Drive, in keeping with the plaza. I will have to look up what the difference between a plaza and a park is, because I count this as an extra front yard for all of these residents. This bench, this shade tree, well maintained, already mowed. And I'm happy to report we are not in Paris. There is no errant dog Tootsie Roll out here. No landmines. I mean that in the euphemistic sense, of course. The home on the corner here, I have walked through that one as well. That one was for sale 3 years ago, I believe. And the detailed frieze work around the windows and on the outside, and the absolutely professional painting job, this home was a treasure. When we think about palm trees, we don't normally associate them with tons of shade. We normally associate them for being tropical and tall, and then throwing down little patches of shade. Here, the palm trees are so significant that you can see the shade that their canopies create. I think that speaks to the magnificence of these trees. And they are fully trimmed. They're not overgrown. They're maintained. So this neighborhood that we've just toured is so tremendous. It has so many unique homes and offers a great opportunity to be part of a community. If you liked this video, another one that you might want to watch is the one that I did about the Shasta Hanchette neighborhood. That is also an early planned community, and it also shares some of the unique architect-built homes that were designed specifically for that neighborhood as well. I'm going to drop a link and a card right here, and you can go check that one out next. If you're looking for a home in San Jose, drop me a line. I would love to connect.